Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is our review for Marriage Boot Camp, Who Cares Edition, season 17, episode 3 and stuff. I took my ponytail out and my hair just kind of did what it did, so I put this little headband on that I think is too big for my head. It's a different look, so I don't know. I haven't combed my hair at all. So don't be like, why her hair look weird? It's something different. Anyway, so if you have not done so already, please go a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. JayBird. Dun 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 dun. And all that good. See, it's like slipping off my head, y'all. So we're gonna leave it be. Anyway, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's get together and get to breathing, okay? Y'all ready to inhale and exhale? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay? And remember to relax, to relate, to release, okay? Because it is a lot going on in the world today. And we all have to do what? Censor ourselves. Now, let's get to the show. Y'all already know to like, comment, and share the video. To follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. Okay? And all of that is in the description box below. But let's get to this episode. I feel like my hair looks so dumb. I pinned it up and stuff. Okay? And all that goodness and stuff. Okay? This episode was a lot, okay? It was a whole lot of something, nothing, and some messiness all, put together as one thing. Now, we see, Tony and Corrupt still beefing, okay? Because, we've been in this house 3 days. We've been in this house 3 days, and he is still not eating. He's only drinking, and she's sitting up there talking to him, okay? And because he then came out to the kitchen looking for something to drink that's not alcohol. So he gets some natural type of beer, but has a little bit of alcohol in it because he can't drink water or juice. He needs liquor or beer, okay? Now, because he drinks this organic type beer or whatever, it gets him sick, okay? He gets actually physically sick, okay? And Tony brings up how, he's sick because he ain't eating. He been drinking for 3 days. That's how it happens. It's called alcohol poison, okay? Now, Tony and Corrupt go upstairs. We see Dr. Ish comes in because Dr. Ish is an actual doctor who treats, alcoholics and addicts and things like that or whatever. So they're taking his vitals and everything. And then the medics come in, whatever. He's weak. He has stomach pain. He has high blood pressure because they take his blood pressure and everything. And he's dehydrated and he has he's nauseous because he has alcohol poison. So, the doctor, we're going to get you to the ER real quick just to check you out. He feel like it's alcohol poison. He don't tell Corrupt that, but, they let Corrupt and Tony go to ER. But Tony brings up how he always does this. He always drinks too much. He then gets sick. He then has to go to the hospital or whatever. He then has to rest for a couple days. And then he starts this whole cycle all over again. I'm like, but why are you with him? You are on... It is episode 3. Day 3. And Corrupt is having to go to the ER because he has alcohol poison. Boy, it's kind of crazy. We then see Hazel Z and little baby boy... Hazel's new name is ZZ because she's a ZZ-less person. And Divine's new name is Decepticon, okay? Because he is a damn Decepticon, okay? So ZZ and Decepticon is talking or whatever about how all this ugliness in the house and people having fake conversations or whatever and this fake energy there and whatnot. And ZZ brings up how, I'm a target, okay? Because, I'm the most popping person here and I'm the most relevant person. I say, you popping what? Pop your cooch on a Decepticon? Look, you are not the most poppin'. You not even relevant at all. The only reason Hazel E's name be on the blogs is because she pays them to do that. Bondi brought that up in her last, I think either one of her reviews. I'm not sure, but I'm like, we know that Masika and Hazel be paying people to post stuff about them. They don't have anything going on that should be in the blogs, okay? So my thing is, the most popping person on this show, honestly, is probably Phaedra and Tahiri. Mainly because people want Phaedra back on Housewives and Tahiri, which is on Love and Hip Hop, whatever, New York, I think it was, or whatnot. But Hazel, you not popping, ZZ. You just ain't. You can't, ain't no way for that, okay? Anyway, if Delusion was a person, it would be ZZ. Okay, now she also brings up how all the women in the house are intimidated by me. I say intimidated how? And for what? Who, what, when, where, how, and why do you think that? Let me know, okay? And then she brings up how she don't see why they have her in this house with these people. I'm like, who is these people? Who is these people? At the end of the day, Hazel, you are these people. But I digress, okay? Now we then see Dr. Ish and Judge Toller, okay? And saying they right there. And they are talking about how today's task will address jealousy. Okay, now we know every season, they try to bring up what or how each couple gets jealous or handles jealousy. Okay, so they tell the couples, we're gonna have y'all learn the dance routine. Okay, like, okay, that's cool. Or now we're gonna learn the whole dance routine, and then you're gonna perform this dance routine a little later. Okay. Okay, cool. So we see the little dance instructors come in and whatnot, and they're teaching them this dance. Now the dance at first was cool, but then it got real sexy. Okay, it was some bent overness, some smacking of the ass, not smacking the ass, but like this, doing this, just circling the ass with your hands and stuff. And I'm like, well, that's a lot, okay? But we then see the trick of the trade of it all. They're gonna learn the dance as with their husbands and girlfriends or whatever, but when they perform it and stuff, they're gonna perform it with other people. I feel like my neighbors is outside partying and I don't know why. I just keep hearing people and I'm looking like, I don't know. Anyway, so they switch up the couple. So they're gonna have Shonda and Medina, Tahiri and Devon, Hazel and Willie, and then Phaedra and Vito. Okay, so it's awkward. It's awkward, and from the moment they found out they had to switch, it got real awkward. Okay, and for the most part, we do see Shonda paying attention to Willie and Hazel E, mainly because ZZ is over here, acting as if Willie's her man. I can be honest and say it did look like ZZ was doing the absolute most on Willie. She was literally backing that thing up on Willie, and I feel like she was doing that to piss Shonda off. Period. Okay, we also seen Devon looking over. My thing is, Hazel gonna tell Decepticon, you better respect me. You know what I'm saying? Don't. I'm like, but you was being worse than he was. But I digress. Okay, so as they doing all this, Decepticon then bring up, saying, I don't like this energy or whatever. I'm not feeling Willie because he's a cheater and I read energy and body language. Don't nobody want ZZ besides you, Decepticon. No one wants her. Okay, no one. I don't even know why she's on the show, but I digress. Okay, we then see Corrupt and came back to the house because he don't like needles, and they were trying to poke him with some kind of needle. They probably had to give him an IV, and he didn't want to be poked with an IV needle or whatever. I digress. He then came back to the house against doctor's orders. Okay, against doctor's orders, because he don't like needles or whatever. So they want to just have him, get dehydrated, get some rest, eat some food, and they'll check on him later on. Now, we don't even see them for the rest of the day, basically. We do see them a little bit fussing to each other or whatever because, she's trying to tell him, like, look, you are messing up your life. You are missing out on time with your family, with your kids and your grandkids. He has 5 children and 3 grandchildren, and he is 45 years old, and he looks 100. Okay, he does not look like a 45-year-old man. He look old enough to be my daddy. I'm 38. He looked twice my damn age, truth be told. Okay, but this is kind of crazy. Now he brings up like, you're going to be here with me and watch me do better, or you're gonna leave. Which one is it gonna be? And they was kind of mad at one of them, but then they get in the bed because he had to lay down, and so she gets in the bed with him too, and he gives her a hug. And, I'm sorry. You always sorry if you ask me, but again, I don't get why Tony stays. But again, Corrupt and Tony's up in the room the whole damn day. Now, down in the kitchen, okay? Now, because, this is Corrupt, okay? This is how bad he was. Okay, you see that? I'll make it smaller for y'all because y'all know I ain't never read these photos. This is him in the bed, because he's in pain with this food poisoning because his stomach is hurting real, real bad. Girl, again, that man is too young to be looking that old, but that's what happens when you drink liquor your whole life. Anyway, down in the kitchen, They practice and it's break time, okay? And they're all kind of talking about how they were all kind of uncomfortable with the switching of the partners or whatever. Now, Shonda then brings up, you know what I'm saying, how she felt like Hazel was being extra. Like she was trying to prove some kind of point, how she was dancing so hard on Willie. She was. Phaedra noticed it too, but I digress, okay? Now, Hazel was absolutely being extra. You know what I'm saying? She was purposely being extra to piss Shonda off. You can't tell me no different because Hazel was a messy bitch. She's messy, she's petty. And she knew how she was dancing on Willie would make Shonda mad. Because Shonda don't like her. And she don't like Shonda. So I digress. I also feel like that's why they paired one of them with one of them. I knew they would put one of those two couples together in some kind of way. Boom. So when Shonda is sitting there talking to, I think Terry was sitting there, maybe Vado, I think Medina, maybe even Phaedra. I think everybody was in there. Everybody was in there, maybe except Vado and except ZZ. They wasn't in there, whatever. And so, but she's just saying hi. I just thought Hazel was being extra. And saying this, just being extra, whatever. Devon then starts to defend Hazel to Shonda. But my thing was, his tone to me was aggressive. His tone was like he was trying to argue with her. And I feel like it ain't your place to check Shonda about ZZ, Decepticon. You should have just went and got ZZ. Like, hey, come here real quick and let her hear what's being said and let her address it. I feel like, you don't want to let anyone speak about your mate. That's true. But you also, as a man, don't fuss and argue with no woman about your girl when I just thought she was being extra, but she was. Decepticon should have went and got ZZ. That's my opinion. Point blank, period. Okay, at this point in time, Sean was my opinion. Just stay over there. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. She says to Devon. Because again, Devon was like over at the sink. And Sean was with a table, so it was across, you know what I'm saying, the kitchen or whatever. But he was actively listening, and I felt like he was trying to wait for his moment to just say something. Truthfully, again, I would have went and got ZZ. That's my decision, okay? So Willie then says to Decepticon, hey, you know what I'm saying, don't talk to my wife, just talk to me. Because again, in my opinion, Decepticon's energy was negative. He was looking for a fight. In my opinion, mainly because, as he said earlier, I wasn't feeling Willie, and that's Willie's wife, so I want some beef either way. Okay, now as Willie is talking to Decepticon saying don't talk to my wife like that, Shonda was messy in my opinion because she kept talking and she kept getting aggressive with Decepticon, not making the situation any worse. Once your husband stepped in and said, hey, don't talk to my wife, talk to me. Shonda, as his wife, you should have not said anything else to Decepticon. Period. The fact that she did is what made the situation get, you know what I'm saying, it kept going. Because she kept talking to Decepticon, he kept talking back to Shonda, and Willie is sitting on the counter in between this area where they are. Because, again, one end is the kitchen, other end is like the sink area, whatever. As this is going on, and they're just kind of arguing a little bit, ZZ comes walking in, looking like, what's going on over here? Look like they're in a potato. Anyway, when she come in, as they're exchanging words or whatever, you know what I'm saying, ZZ like, what's going on or whatever. So, Decepticon tells ZZ what happened and what Shonda said. Well, Shonda said, you know what I'm saying, that she was being extra. That's what she said. And I was like, okay, cool. Willie then said, look, all I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying, don't talk to my wife. He said that Shonda was still talking. Willie was kind of calm. He was calm, but also like there, like right there by Devon. Like, look, don't talk to my wife. Talk to me. And because Shonda kept talking, Devon kept talking. But when Willie said, you know, all I'm saying is, man, don't talk to my wife. Devon then said, I don't give a fuck. So fuck you and fuck you. I was like, oh Lord, here we go. So then Willie jumps up. Okay, because at this one you can tell it's about to be an issue. It's going to be a whole little issue or whatever. So as Willie saying, I'm saying, look, just don't be, disrespecting my wife. Devon being, I feel like, I got to fight to prove my love. Because Mama ZZ needs to give me McDonald's later on. Okay, if I want my McDonald's and my Happy Meal, I have to defend Mama ZZ, okay? So Shonda then brings, well, you just need to be respectful is what she said to Devon. Okay, because my husband will lay your ass out. I'm like, Shonda, shut up. Because again, Willie is doing what he's supposed to do as a man, telling the man, don't talk to my wife. And I feel like Willie should have also told Shonda, babe, calm down. Just stop. Let me handle it. But he didn't say that. Or at least they didn't let us hear him say that. But I digress, okay? Now you hear, I think, Tahiri and maybe Phaedra and other people saying like, yeah, we have to be respectful. But you can see some shit about to go down. So Devon then said to Shonda, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, oh Lord, why you do that? So when he said to Shonda first and then was about to say it to Willie. But I'm like, it's not gonna be good. It's just not. Man, look. Boom. Okay. This is we picture session coming in. So boom. Okay. They want to fight, okay? I don't know why this type kind of dress as an extra in an Usher video. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? We ZZ over at the kitchen, you know what I'm saying, trying to burn some beans or whatever. And then Shonda is standing right there. Willie was like, bruh, what the fuck? What's up? I told you, you know what I'm saying, don't. Because again, at this point, Devon has now been rude to Shonda, okay? And now he's upset. Okay, at this point in time, this when you see, hey, you shut the fuck up. And you see Willie like, what? To my wife? Brother, what? Okay, so that whole little mess thing. Okay, I'm not. It's just it was just team too much. So they're getting face to face. Okay, boom, face to face. Hazel attempted to get in the middle of them because she realized, I'm moving things around, y'all. She realized, okay, it's getting kind of hostile. Okay, it's getting kind of hostile. Now they are in each other's faces or whatever. But again, you see Shonda's still right there, finger pointed in Decepticon's face, and I think she should not be doing that again. But Willie is so focused on making sure to not take his eyes off, Decepticon. He not even saying shit to Shonda because at this point he's pissed off because some man told his wife to shut the fuck up. Okay, and I'm like, I'll be pissed off too. So a fight persists. Okay, we then see the whole fight thing. So Willie and Decepticon was standing face to face, saying, "What's up? What's up? What's up?" Decepticon then pushes Willie. Willie stumbles back, and as he's getting up, Decepticon came and just gave him a hug. It was just a whole little hug. Now, people want to act as if, oh my God, you know what I'm saying, Willie got beat up. He didn't. Willie was pushed. He was pushed backwards, but as he was getting right back up, okay, Decepticon came in and bear hugged him from the back. We see Shonda trying to pull Decepticon off her husband because, again, that's what wives do. And we see Mama ZZ, okay, trying to protect her son or her boyfriend. And she's saying to Shonda, no, you know what I'm saying? Get out of it. Get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because she's trying to make her get off of them and just let them fight it out or whatever. I'm like, girl, it's kind of crazy. Man, look, security come in. Dr. Ish comes in, and again, it wasn't a fight per se. Okay, it was a push. It was a bear hug. Willie was able to quickly turn around and get face to face with them, and they were tussling. Okay, I can say for a fact I did see Willie throw 2 punches. Okay, because the camera was moving so much. I'm saying I did see 2 punches. Okay, and then we then see Hazel, girl, holding back Shonda. But the funny part was the whole time that she was trying to push Shonda off of Decepticon, she couldn't because Hazel's weak. Okay, she's a weakling if you ask me. Anyway, so but the guys is still tussling. This tussle. But when Dr. Ish and security was able to pull them apart, and then we see security and Dr. Ish they're both holding Willie back when they're doing that. Devon, in my opinion, snuck Willie and he swung. I think he hit him in the jaw, but he hit Willie as Willie had both his arms being held back by security Dr. Ish. That's the pussy move, okay? When he pushed Willie, that was fair game. If we face to face, it's gonna happen. But Willie didn't get beat up. Devon didn't get beat up. They tussled. Okay, and that's what it was. Now, what I will say is, people are like, oh, Willie lost because he had to get checked out by a medic. The medic checked Willie out because he had little itty bitty cuts on his hands and his head because they were fighting in the kitchen. And all the glasses were breaking. And when the glasses were breaking, he was cut little bits from the broken glass. Devon didn't beat him up, and he didn't beat Devon up. That ain't what happened. It was a tussle, but I still feel like Shonda was to blame, and so was Decepticon. They both were to blame in some way, but Decepticon should have never pushed Willie. It should have never gotten physical. Period. Even if Shonda was talking major cash shit, things should have never went that far. My thing is, Devon shouldn't even be comfortable enough to get that aggressive with a woman. You can't tell me he don't be beat Hazel ass. You can't tell me he not mean to that girl, because the way a man reacts to another woman is how they react to their woman. It's a reason that Willie's anger went straight to Devon. It had nothing to do with Hazel. And Devon's anger was with Willie and with Shonda. He kept going at Shonda. I don't like that. Not at all, okay? So, again, they break it up, whatever. It was a whole mess. Everyone's shocked or whatever. It's broken up fine. Devon go up there like, yeah, whatever. You know, so y'all don't know me. You know what I'm saying? I may be a little, but I'm not maybe pretty, but I'm an issue. You're a whole issue. You're a whole asshole too. But I digress. So we're like, at this point, I see red. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed. I'm livid that, you know, he pushed me, that he started to fight. Your wife had a handle in that. Your wife should have just stayed quiet. She really should have. But even if she didn't, that did not give Devon the reason to put his hands on anybody. We heard about this fight when it happened, because they had to shut down production. So we already knew that happened. We just waiting to see it. Now we do see Shauna, who's pissed, and she says to Hazel, you know, your man, you know, did all this. No, it was her man and you. Okay, so you know it's fine or whatnot. I feel like this. ZZ, little Decepticon gonna get killed if he don't control his anger. Because in the streets where there's no security and someone can fight you and you are going at someone's wife like that, they will kill you. Period. And at the same time, Shonda, a dude in the streets in the club would have beat your ass. Like Devon. Because he seems to be aggressive towards women. You can't tell me he isn't. It's kind of dumb. Anyway, so, you know, we then see Devon telling Hazel, yeah, you know, Willie should check this bitch. See? That's not how you talk. That's not how you talk about women. It just in the fact that, yeah, I'm happy that you checked her. I can't believe that bitch. I'm like, really? You are enticing this behavior? But I forgot. She's Hazel ZZ. Okay, the worst of the worst. Now, in my opinion, both Hazel and Devon should have been sent home. Mainly because Devon pushed Willie. So they should have went home. If y'all have a zero violence policy, that should have meant they went home. You can't be here no more, and we just have 4 couples. That's it. But I feel like because they don't know if Corrupt and Tony gonna make it, they just bit the bullet. So, you know, we gotta just let them stay. We might lose Tony and Corrupt because he up there on the damn deathbed. Okay, so Devon come downstairs, whatever, talking shit. How, you know what I'm saying, there was other ways for me to handle it. There was many other ways to handle it. You could have went and got your mom and told your mama, hey, that lady over there talking about you. You could have did that, but you did not. You chose to get into it with Shonda. Now, Willie walked back in because he hear Devon, and there he's, you know, we hear his wife talking, because Hazel and Devon came back down to the kitchen where everybody's at, and Willie is again getting checked out by the medics because of the little cuts or whatever. Willie walked back in ready to rumble. Period. Ready to do whatever. And I feel like that is how a man is about his wife. And again, I don't think that Shonda got her husband beat up. I don't think Willie got beat up. I don't think I don't think Decepticon got beat up either. But I still feel like Willie had every right to want to beat the out of Devon. But that's my opinion. Now, Devon then say, you know, it wasn't any reason for you to have my girl name your mom. I'm like, you sound dumb. And I like how the fact that he forgets him and Hazel sitting around talking shit about everybody else. Y'all have their names and y'all goddamn mouths. But I digress, okay? And I like how Tahiri and kind of Phaedra, more Tahiri, was like, you know, you think people in this house is not talking about each other? You think no one is discussing shit? Really? So you gonna fight everybody in the house? He's like, you know, if I have to. I'm looking like, the fuck? He's a child. A petulant little spoiled brat ass child, okay? Who's probably had to fight a lot because he's pretty. And people try to pretty boys, but I digress, okay? Now, Willie, at that point, kind of calmed down a little bit. He said, look, all I said was, that's my woman. You know what I'm saying? And as a man, I told you, don't talk to her. Talk to me, period. I agree. Okay, now Dr. Itch comes in. Okay, and at this point, everybody is sitting around, trying to be calm. Okay, trying to be calm. So he, in my opinion, explained things and said what needed to be said to let them know, y'all was on some bullshit. Okay, he explains like each season we have this same day. Each season we have a day where we try to push the buttons to see what makes someone jealous and how they handle it. Okay, we have never had it resort to violence. We have never had a fight break out, period. Okay, he then tells Devon, like, I'm saying, you are the youngest in the house, and at some point, his exact words were, at some point you need to grow the fuck up. Putting your hands on people will not get you anywhere in life, on camera or off camera. Okay, and if this happens again, I will walk you upstairs and pack your shits. We can't have violence, period. And I feel like the fact that Devon did not even acknowledge that he was dead ass wrong for pushing Willie, you know what I'm saying, it pisses me off. You have to be a grown ass adult to realize when to walk away from shit. I feel like even though Willie's a piece of shit cheater, he still did the right thing by getting up from the table, walking to the middle of the room in between his wife and Devon, and just say, hey man, just talk to me. Just talk to me. And both his wife and Devon couldn't. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, people couldn't do shit. But Willie tried to be the calm one. He didn't get irate until, Devon said, you know what I'm saying, shut the fuck up to his wife. That's his trigger. Okay, but I digress. So that happened. Okay, now we then see they go into the room where they were supposed to do a little dance or whatever, but they're not gonna do that no more or whatever. So he brings up the point of it was to get them, to see their jealous ways or whatever. He brings up how, y'all all work in some kind of business where y'all don't have control over who y'all have to interact with. Y'all don't have control over fans, over other actors, over, models on video shoots, whatever. You don't have control of who you have to work with, but you have to work with other people sometimes, and it is awkward. But you do it because it's a job or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you can't control the fans or whatever, that's fine. But all you can control is yourself. And if you can't control what you think in a situation, you can't control what you do in a situation or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, as black men, we can't afford to not know what we're going to do in a situation. I said that is very, very true. And then, look, so we had all four couples standing around, and I still feel like, the Decepticon looks shocked. I feel like Vito looks very, very high. I think he was somewhere smoking weed. So we then see Judge then told her to come out, and she put it all into perspective for me. She brings up how, y'all all can play real nice. Y'all all do nice really, really well, but y'all can't take any amounts of criticism, okay? Meaning, Shonda said one small thing about how she felt, and that shit blew up all throughout the house or whatever. She said everybody changed, and everyone got tense the minute they found out they had to switch partners. She brings up how, we didn't even bring anybody in here. Like, we didn't even bring outsiders in to be with y'all. We just changed partners with people you knew, and y'all all cracked. Okay, she then brings it. She got real serious. She's like, look, I put my first, black man in jail in 1994. Okay, and he didn't even care about going to jail. Like, he did not want to fix the issue. He didn't want to talk about probation. He didn't want to talk about the reason he did something and trying to fix what he did or apologize for what he did or whatever. He just said, I want to go to jail. That's it. Okay, she brought up how, we used to pick cotton. We used to literally have to pick cotton for them to make money, and now they have made us the cotton. We are now the cotton because they now make money on us and by putting us in prison. Okay, they count on you not being able to handle your emotions, and then you go to prison. They make money off you the same way they made money off you when they had you picking cotton. Okay, and she brings up how, no one that she's ever put in prison could remember the reason they went to prison. Okay, so they count on you to not control your emotion, and then you can't even really rationalize the reason you went to prison. Okay, it wasn't over no good reason. It wasn't over money or millions of dollars. Okay, It wasn't over health or welfare or whatever, or the health and welfare of your child or your wife, over some words. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's dumb. You know, all a person remembers how they felt. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my ego can't take this or whatever, or I can't be disrespected. That's some bullshit. And she looks at Divine and says, you know what I'm saying, I can't have you being 12 years old in this house. I just can't. I say I can't either, because it's some bullshit if you ask me, okay? You know, we do see Hazel in the confessional thing that she brings up, how, you know what I'm saying, to Divine, I just want you to check your temper, because I don't want to see you get killed because of your temper. But where was all that shit earlier? Earlier you was all gun girl, you got my goddamn nerves. Anyway, we do see Dr. Ish go check on Corrupt. He good. He fine. I mean, he's still drunk or whatever, but I mean, it is what it is. And he just tells him what happened or whatever, because he's like, oh, how the guy doing? They all on some bullshit, but it's okay. So we then see the gang all like kind of hangs around the little party thing they were supposed to do, and they have a couple of drinks, eat a little bit of food or whatnot, and you know, y'all sitting around and they're in a better place trying to discuss how awkward it was, how they do realize, oh, we did change, you know what I'm saying, when we found out what was going to happen. Hazel then says, well, if Shonda would have never gotten jealous of me, none of this would have happened, because her anger came from a place of jealous. No one is jealous of her. And she said, I was not jealous of you. I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with that. Hazel then brings up how Willie does not even take Shonda serious, so that's why they have all these issues. I'm like, you have been with Decepticon for what, 6 months? Willie is a fucked up husband, and Shonda's a crazy person for staying with him, but they have been together for 15 years. You don't have any idea what some people go through in relationships. It just takes a long ass time to deal with. I ain't saying it's right or it's wrong or it's indifferent, but a person who has been with somebody for 6 months can't say shit to a couple who have been married for 12 years. You can't, because you have no idea what it takes to sustain a marriage. Just saying. And I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up. I mean, at the end of the day, people are like rolling their eye like, Hazel, just shut the fuck up. Hazel, shut up, ZZ. And that's how it kind of goes off with them looking at her like she's stupid, because she rethinks people are jealous of her. Girl, no one is. No one. Not me, not you, not anyone else in this world. Okay, but that was the episode, y'all. I'm done. Oh, that was long. Gotta go. Peace.